Well, welcome to the NorCal Sports Network and the sounds you're hearing coming out of Oracle Park.
I think we need a little volume to that. Oh my God.
Yeah, keep it going. And are the fans laughing at the Giants or crying?
You're going.
That was pathetic today. That was a pathetic performance. They just need the giant big. Watch your ears, Eric.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad news today, guys. Bad news.
Will Weicker, hey, thanks for subbing. Appreciate it. He goes, I'm all for the negative energy. This is embarrassing. I would agree. It is embarrassing.
Who said
100%.
that? Oh, Will.
Right. Will Riker.
Yeah. Hey, just subbed you guys. Hey, thanks, Will. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. We like to have a little fun. Let out our frustrations a little bit while we can here. Unbelievable though. The Giants. I told you guys,
game shutout against a complete game shutout.
All right, Greg Dayton, get your ears ready, everybody. He wants. What's your ears here? Firing squad. Okay, Greg. That knocked Greg out, and the rest of the chat said,
"Yeah."
No, hey guys, it was bad performance. I kind of expected this though. I told you guys Sunday that they're going to have a struggle Monday and Tuesday, and I expect them to come back tomorrow a little more refreshed. When you come across country, I don't know if you guys, I mean, most people have done it, and you know what it feels like when you get to bed at 5:30, 6 in the morning, and your clock's just completely messed up. You get up, you wake up at probably 1, 2 in the afternoon, and you got to go play a ball game at 6:45 or whatever they played Monday night. 6:45, and then you're still tired. You get back home, and you got to get up early and get another game. The schedule makers did not help the Giants here at all. And I tweeted out, I don't know if Farhan could have done anything. I asked the question, why didn't he demand to change the game time, or did he not have a say in it? I don't know. I would think that if you saw the schedule and you were looking at the schedule 2 months out, let's say that schedule was made, the beginning of the year for ticket holders, and ESPN said this is going to be our Sunday night game. I think the Giants could have said to Major League Baseball, this doesn't work well. We're going to not be able to get home until 5:30 in the morning, 6 in the morning, and then we're going to have to get, my guys, team's got to get to bed and got a game that night. If you're going to play us that night, either move this game to the day or give us a Monday off, because that's ridiculous. And it showed, and the loss of Estrada is showing up. The loss of all these guys. Conforto missing 4 games. Your timing gets off. Yaz missed. He's just getting back. Jock looks pathetic out there. He's not hitting the ball even hard. I think he hit one ball hard, ground ball today. But this team is not hitting the ball. They're striking out a lot again. And then, they're going up there aggressive, swinging at first pitches. The guy had 1 inning. He only threw 3 pitches.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 8th inning, he only threw 7.
Right.
I mean, that tells you if you got life on a fastball and you can get it over for a strike, shoot, make guys hit it. Yep. If they can, get you out of the inning. Guys,
I made it a big deal. Yes, it was a complete game shutout. And, Robert's like, oh, wow, whoop-de-wow, it's a shutout. You know what? Yeah, shutouts happen. But how many times do you see complete game shutouts in today's baseball? You don't see it too often. And the kid came in with a 5-5 record with a 4 ERA, and the Giants can't even scratch one run across. I mean, it's just, they look bad out there. It's just, man, I don't know. And the bullpen, I see Senior, I brought that up. The bullpen, I mean, I've been saying this for weeks that, that you're going to start seeing some cracks with the bullpen. And I think we're starting to see that now. And we're only in the very beginning of July. We haven't even got through July, August, or September. So strap on your seatbelts because it's going to be a bumpy ride if they don't fix this soon. They got to get this figured out. The starting pitching and the bullpen. I mean, it's frustrating. You're muted, Dan. You're muted.
I'm getting tired of a lot of this stuff. This. You're right about the bullpen, the pitching, the hitting's atrocious.
Yep.
I'm getting tired of seeing catcher's interference.
I know.
Again today. Mike Krukow said on the broadcast, the Giants lead the world in catcher's interference. He said, that's coaching. I'm sorry. That's a philosophy of you're trying to get up in closer to the batter and frame pitches. And I rarely see this happen to any other team. In fact, I don't know if I've seen it in the last year or two games the Giants have played that there's been a catcher's interference. Maybe there's one I missed, but Giants have had 7 this year.
Yeah, they've had a lot.
Sable's had 5 and Patrick Bay, and it's a coaching. It's their philosophy of getting up closer in the box so that they can, get these things and try and frame it for a strike. Well, it's cost you 7 base runners, and it's just pathetic.
Yeah, I mean, this happened even before they came back home. They lost the series in Toronto. They lost the series in New York. So, I mean, it's not.
Oh, they're 2 in their last 8. They're 2-6 in their last 8.
Exactly. So it started when they were back in the East Coast. So, and it's come out west, whatever they have. I mean,
they've got a chance to pick it up. They're better than Colorado, even with the team they have out there right now. They're going to have Webb go Sunday. I don't know
pitching tomorrow, Cobb.
Cobb's pitching tomorrow. I think Seattle is on a high. They're coming in, they beat Tampa Bay Sunday in Seattle after being down 6-1, 5-1 or 6-1. They had a big comeback. And when you
came in with momentum,
I talked about that Sunday night.
Yeah, you did.
I said the Giants are going to come in flat. And, that plane ride from New York, Dave Fleming said, was the quietest plane ride he'd ever been on.
Huh.
He said it was like there wasn't a peep the entire
Well, that tells you
trip.
something. That tells you something. Something's already afflicting them before they even got on that plane.
Well, they're tired. It's late, and they're also demoralized a little bit.
Maybe.
They're just not hitting well. They're averaging like 3 runs a game in this last 8 games. They've been shut out twice now. Didn't they get shut out in Toronto 3-0 too?
I think, right? I think you have to look back. I think so.
Pretty sure they got shut out in Toronto, and then the game they won, it was 1-0 until the 9th inning. I know maybe they shut out Toronto 3-0.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Let me look here. I thought they. Oh no, they lost 6-1 and 2-1, and then they lost 4-1 to the Mets. So
in the line,
they've scored in Toronto. They scored 1 run twice. They scored 1 run against the Mets in 3 losses. They scored 1 run there, and then today they got shut out. So 4 of their last 8 losses, they've scored 3 runs. Yeah, that's not going to cut it.
Nope.
And this lineup, we ought to take a look at the actual lineup, because the lineup is thin right now. Let me pull it up here, and we'll take a look at today's box score, and we'll just
It's not going to be pretty.
yeah, it's not going to be pretty is right. So no, I want Major League Baseball, not soccer. All right, Major League Baseball scores. Here we go. All right, let's see if we've got. Pull this up. Oh, by the way, while we're doing that, let's go quickly. We'll just kind of touch base real quick. I noticed there was some games going on today, and who cares about the A's and the Tigers? That's got to be the worst. I'd rather go see the San Jose or the Eugene teams. Padres, Angels, nothing into 3. I'm just going to pull up some meaningful games here that might matter. Pirates,
Reds
and Dodgers
win again.
play tonight. Reds win again. The Brewers were tied 6-6. Look at the Marlins crushing the
Cardinals.
Cardinals are going to be sellers, people. The Giants might.
Yeah, we kind of talked about that yesterday with Goldschmidt.
They may want to go after Arenado or Goldschmidt at this point. Just see what you can get, what might be available.
Oh, Cubs beat them.
Okay, Cubs. That helps the Giants, because the Giants are basically tied with the Brewers for one of the wild card spots, and the Phillies have now caught up with the Giants as well. Phillies beat Tampa Bay in Tampa.
Wow.
Mets beat the D-backs, so the Giants are fortunate. They remain 4.5 out?
Yeah, something like that from Arizona.
Okay, so Giants lose 6 now. Let's take a look at this box
Dodgers
score.
play later
Tonight. Yeah.
Oh, they do. Okay.
All right, let's take a look at this lineup here real quick. All right. So Peterson is hitting 245. Okay, look at that.
Yeah.
And J.D. Davis,
They're doing okay.
He's okay. Yeah, I'm not. I just I don't like Jock up there in that high in the lineup, but I don't know. There's not a whole lot there. Look at it.
And you know what? Take again at those OPSs. Not a whole lot of power going on right now, is there?
Yeah. Well, they don't even have the OPS.
Oh no, they just have slugging. Never mind.
Slugging, yeah.
Even at a slugging, because you wanted around 500, right? To be a slugger.
Yeah, I mean Bailey's up there, but he's gonna.
Yaz is a little bit up there, but
Bailey's gonna come back down to earth. Everybody, he's not gonna hit you 300. Okay. I don't expect Bailey to even hit 275 on the season. I think he tails off and hits you 250 to 270 range, and I'm okay with that. If he's solid behind the plate and he can get you 250 to 270 and get you 10 plus homers and drive in key runs and play Gold Glove defense, I'm good with that. But Crawford is hurting you, 215. Casey Schmidt is down to 235. He looks really lost at the plate. All you got to do is throw a slider over the middle of the plate that drops out of the zone, and he's going to swing at it every time. Every time. And he's got to learn to lay off that pitch. And, and if it's called strike 3, it's called strike 3, but he's swinging. He's going up there in swing mode as soon as it is coming out of his hand, and he sees the ball. Oh, it looks like it's going to be over the plate, and he's ready to swing. And then it's tails off out of the zone, and he's, striking out. So we're looking at a lineup that's really needs Tyro, really needs a healthy Conforto. It needs another right-handed bat in there too. It really does. Think about the righties on the bench today. Who was available? Slater and Matos?
Yep, that's it.
Who else? That's it?
Flores.
Okay. You see, this team is void of the only way they were winning is they were playing better defense, they were getting some timely hitting, and their pitching was coming through. But now they got all these injuries.
Starting pitching is suffering. The bullpen is limping. I mean,
Lou says, Dan, say we lose tomorrow and go 1-2 against Colorado, have a tough road trip after the All-Star break. Do we sell, and sell?
Here we go. Exactly. This kind of speaks to what Senior said. I had it up there. You got to talk about this, people. And Robert, you need to listen to this as well. Depending on where the Giants are, even if they're 500, they may still be in the wild card race. But we got to do what's going to be best for the overall improvement of the team. If you can make some deals where you're trading some of these veterans for some decent pieces and you're building up that prospect list so it improves the team, I think you want to go that route. Why don't do what you did last year, thinking that you have these playoff aspirations and lose out on getting some decent players back in return. I mean, you have to. Yeah, do I want them to go to the playoffs? Absolutely. But if it looked, depending on the situation at the trade deadline, if it's close, I would sell some of these guys. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. If they're going to have, this is what happened last year.
Yeah.
Let me pull up while you work at that. I'm curious where they were last year. They're 46-40 right now. Is that what they are?
Oh shoot, I didn't even know. Pay attention. I think it's 46-40, right? I think they're 6 games.
Is the screen still showing right now?
No, you got rid of it.
Okay, so let me pull up the.
Gosh, dang it, Robert, you're not understanding. Okay? You're a Giants fan, right? You want the team to be better. The problem is they thought you had a chance last year and it didn't work out because remember the trade deadline happens.
August 1st.
About what is that? About a month. Just over a month before the playoffs start. And if you suck in that last month, you got no playoffs. And guess what? Now
2 months. 2 months. You got 2 months.
2 months?
Yeah.
2 months. Yeah, because all August, all September. Yeah. So you got 2 months. If you're not going to put together anything, now you're holding on to these guys that could have brought you back some prospects. And guess what? You have nothing. That's the issue, Robert. You got to think about this. You want to improve the team. And holding on to these guys and not being able to make it to the playoffs is not going to do the job.
It's a long season, and you're seeing guys get injured, guys wearing out. There's no guarantee that Yaz doesn't re-aggravate what's going on.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. All three of them, Slater, Yaz, and Conforto, they're prone to having a significant injury.
Yeah. So you got Miami up by 3.5. Over the
real quick,
Giants are 3. What's that?
And Robert, you can't assume that they're going to go on a hot streak. It works both ways, buddy. You know what I'm saying? You kind of have to set yourself in a little bit of reality and how the team is playing. Like I said, if they're in it, okay, let's go for it. But if it looks like, they're kind of teetering depending when it comes time at the trade deadline, you got to think about it in that context. Am I saying like right now in this instance that, they're going to sell? I can't tell you that. That's not until another
Kyle McKieran says there's peaks and valleys.
Yeah.
You have to truly think, can you win the World Series? So if you keep building the farm, it's for the best.
Thank you, Kyle.
Ned Colletti even said it on the show here a few weeks back, said Giants have some you don't want to make a big, huge trade for a rental that gets you knocked out early in the playoffs and you give up some of your top prospects that you're going to have for years. The Giants are finally setting themselves up to be in a position where, it takes a while to develop younger players. Even the Dodger guys are struggling. Vargas and Outman. Those guys were, hey, these are top prospects in all of baseball. James Outman and Miguel Vargas. They're doing terrible and they're getting benched. But that's normal.
Yes.
That's normal. Guys,
I mean,
some guys have do great, unbelievable things early on, and then they tail off. Other guys start off poor, and then they get better.
Exactly.
I mean, Juan Soto is kind of an example almost of a guy that looked great his first couple years in the big leagues, and he's been kind of just average.
Yeah, ever since he went to San Diego, yeah.
hasn't been a superstar there, that's for sure.
Yep.
So take a look at these standings here. We've got the Marlins in the wild card, and then you got the Dodgers are 2 above the Phillies and the Giants and the Brewers. So there's 6 games separating the Cubs. And if you take a look at this, there's 3 that make it. So you've got the Phillies, the Giants, and the Brewers fighting for one spot right now. I mean, that could change. That could change. And we saw the Giants on top just a week ago. 1 week now, they're really almost on the outside looking in, pretty close. If had Milwaukee won today, which they just ended up losing late here, they lost 7-6. They would be a half game above the Giants, or would it be a full game? I guess it'd be a full game. Yeah, they'd be 47-39, but they have identical record. So I'm going to say that this is still a ways to go. There's still almost just under 90 games to go in the season, right? Or what are they? No, 46 and they played
46 and 40. Yeah.
They played 86. Okay, so they still got what is that? What is that? They played 86 games, so they got 62 plus 14. So that's 76.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Am I doing my math right? So they got, is that right? 46 and 40, they've got 86. 86 plus 14 is 100, plus 62 right? More. 14 and 62 is 76.
76.
Yeah. So they got 76 games to go. So things can happen, but they've got to right the ship this week because they're going to go on a tough road trip.
Yep.
It's not going to be as easy as it looked. They never do well in Pittsburgh, by the way.
No, they don't.
They've always struggled in Pittsburgh, and then they got to go to Cincinnati for 4.
Oh, that's not going to be easy.
No, the Reds are having a fun time. I was watching some stuff today. In between innings,
De La Cruz, he's only been in 25 games, and he's got 10 stolen bases. I mean,
but you look at they've also got they're
having
fun. The dugout is having fun. They're dressing. They put this thing on Joey Votto, and they put the big little helmet with long hair, and he looks like some king or something. And it's just they're having a good
like
time.
They're some kind of Viking or something.
Yeah.
Hey Robert, you said what trade would you propose to make us true contenders? Guess what? The trades that you would have to do at the trade deadline isn't about this year. It's about the future. You're stuck in the present, Robert. You want to contend immediately right now. You got to think about, this doesn't happen with teams every single year. Yeah, you get a run like the Giants did between 2010 and 2014. You can have that run because you have that team built. The Giants aren't there. They're not even close to being there. So you're still having young guys that kind of produce. The deals at the trade deadline is going to be about the future and not about this season. Not in any way, shape, or form.
You're about where the Giants were, right? 08, 09. 09 was a winning team, had a lot of younger guys, and then they mixed and matched and were able to put it together in 10. But they had the pitching. Giants do not have the pitching at all now.
No,
they're pitching. You got, I'm going to work it. I'm going to pull the stats up here for the. I'm going to get to some team stats here, and you're going to see that. I mean, Manaea is getting rocked. Junis is getting rocked.
Yep.
Wynn
got rocked today. Kept hanging that splitter.
Yeah, the splitter has to be down lower in the zone. As he hangs it, forget it. So you've got to be able to, you gotta. It's just you got to be able to pitch, and they don't. So let's look at the earned run average leaders when it comes to
starting pitching. Yeah.
Well, just pitching all together here. So when we look at this here, the Giants are 11th with a 3.96 ERA, and that doesn't count today, so that's going to go up. They've got him at 46 and 39. So they're not quite, I mean, top 10, but the teams that top 5 are all playoff contenders right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
6 even. San Diego's kind of an aberration in there at 7. They're not hitting, but you know, look at this. Giants have how many shutouts? 7.
Minnesota has 7. Yep.
Yeah. Seattle had 6, now have 7.
Look at Texas, the most with 3 complete games.
Who's the manager there? Bruce Bochy.
Let me see. Is there anyone? I think that's it. Yeah, they're leading the leagues in complete games.
Giants have what? 1? Cobb?
1. Yeah.
This is pathetic. Guys can't throw 100 pitches anymore. Just pathetic. What baseball's done to these grown men is just unbelievable to me.
Robert, the only way you go get Goldschmidt is if the Giants are doing well. The way they're playing right now, you don't go get Goldschmidt. That doesn't make sense. If you get at the trade deadline and the Giants are in the thick of things, okay, yeah, maybe you spring for that trade. But if it looks like you ain't gonna do nothing, trade your tradable pieces and get back.
It depends. It does depend on what you have to give up for Goldschmidt. If they want to get rid of that contract and you can get him for a mid-level prospect, I would do it now.
Yep.
Just because you are in it right now. And the Giants need a spark. They need veteran leadership. They need some hitting. They need some power. They need some guys that can step into the middle of that lineup and do something. They don't have the only right-handed bat that really is any force at all.
Is Flores.
Well,
right
in the lineup is JD Davis. I mean,
yeah.
Tyro's out. I like Slater to an extent. He's more of a base hit guy. You know, he rarely hits long balls. You know, he's got power. I don't know if they played him more, what it is. To me, Slater, there's got to be something going on with his hamstring that they're not playing him much, because to me, Slater's a guy that when Haniger went down, I know they brought Matos up, but Haniger is a guy that, Slater's a guy that, you know, has the ability to hit for a decent average, goes the opposite field.
Yeah.
He's got speed. He can, play good defense. Something must not be completely right, because they rarely use him.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know what? It's because of that hamstring and that elbow too, or
saying.
shoulder. Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
He's damaged goods.
Something's not right.
Exactly, Mark. You said it right as I was making that statement. It's his injuries. He's got injury history.
Yeah. So,
it's gonna be. If they scuffle against the damn Rockies, man, that's gonna be pretty damn demoralizing, to be honest with you.
Well, they're, they need a bounce back game. They need Cobb to come out.
They're not playing 4 games. Is it 3 games?
No, they need to win 2 of 3 against Colorado minimum. Okay. They need to win tomorrow night, and ideally, this is what I said with the Giants this week, Sunday night. I expect them to have trouble Monday and Tuesday, but you can come into this situation and get well tomorrow and have Cobb come out and pitch an ace type game, a stopper, stop the what is it, a 4-game losing streak now? Yeah.
Yep, 4-game.
He's got to come out and stop it. You get Thursday off. You're mentally regrouped, and you come back to the ballpark and you take care of business against a lousy team, and you sweep the Rockies, and you go into the break 50-40, and you are set you get 3-4 days off and you're ready to, regroup mentally. And that's what the Giants have to look forward to. If I'm in there in that clubhouse and I'm managing a team like that, I'm saying, hey, look, guys, we just got to come out tomorrow after today's game, get tomorrow's game. We're going to get some good rest tonight. Come back to the ballpark tomorrow afternoon, get your BP in, and we'll be ready to go. And then we'll have Thursday off. And then, after Wednesday's game, you win that. Okay, gentlemen, get a nice day off. Enjoy your day off with your family. And let's come back here Friday and let's finish this first half strong. Let's go for a sweep. And and then we'll take a mental break and but what they did last year is they got really in a bad streak and then they got hot right before the All-Star break.
Yeah, I remember that. And I remember I think it was Rodon had a comment saying this is the worst time to have a break.
Yeah.
On the roll. And then they come right out of break and just.
Yep. And just dumped it. Exactly. Yep. So let me see I'm curious what they.
I agree. I mean, if you're going to make a deal, I don't know, Lou. It's tough to tell. I mean, Giants need a lot of different additions, I think, to really make this team forward. Here, let's look at put it this way. Do you think the Giants can win a series against the Reds right at this point in time right now?
If they're playing them right now, I don't think they're in a position to because they're not.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think after the break they can if they can get. They do need a spark. One of the things that you do when your team is struggling is you as a GM you need a spark.
Yeah.
So you need to go out and show the team that. And you
have faith in them.
I think Lou's right now. Is don't wait till the end.
Right, I agree.
Go jump start and tell the team you mean business. And if that means you got to deal a couple people, but you get Goldschmidt for the rest of this year and next year, and Goldschmidt becomes your everyday first baseman, and you can put Wade in the outfield, and you can move on from Jock. Trade Jock and get a prospect back, to replenish the prospects you lost in trading for somebody like Goldschmidt. That's and Greg Dayton, Conforto is he's having a rough spell right now. He's hitting 230,
238 or something like that, Yeah, it's in the 230s. Yeah. And here's another great point, Hoodie. Everyone else is going to make a deal, and I guarantee you they're all going to make a deal before Farhan even probably picks up a phone. And unfortunately, that's probably going to be the reality of what's going to happen because we haven't seen. And here we go again. What was the word? See, I don't know. I don't want to take it out of context, but what did Farhan say on that show about being aggressive? Did he? Because I heard Jeff Young say it may have been a little bit out of context, maybe, on what he said about being aggressive. But if he said that he's going to be aggressive, and then you're not aggressive, it's another niche in the belt of promising something and not delivering. So I hope that's not what it comes to because, yes, other teams are going to be making moves. But let's even think about this right now. All roads to the World Series is going to go through Atlanta, and there is no way in hell that the Giants can compete with Atlanta at this point in time. So, yeah, there needs to be, let alone the Reds. There's got to be some changes.
Last year the Giants were 40 after what did we say they played this year? They're 46-40.
They're 46-40, yeah.
Okay, so they played 86 games. Last year they were 44-42. So they're 2 games better. than last year right now. Only 2 games. They were 46 or 44 and 42. They were 41 and 41, and then they won the last 2 in San Diego, lost to the Diamondbacks, and then they started winning, and they got to 48 and 43.
No kidding.
They got to 48 and 43, and then came the All-Star break.
And then, boom.
They lost 4 straight. 1, 2, 3, 4 to LA. And then they went to Arizona and lost 3 more. So they lost 7. Then they lost to the Cubs, beat the Cubs, and then lost the Cubs and won 2 against Cubs. Then they had the Dodgers, and it was right at the trade deadline.
And nothing happened.
It was August 1st. And we said, get rid of Rodon. You don't even have Crawford right now. You got Machado because they just made that trade over the weekend with the Cubs. And Farhan kept Rodon and said, we've got the players here. This is the team. We're just a winning streak away from. And they had LA come in, and they lost 4 straight again to LA. So they lost 8 in a row to LA. And essentially the season was pretty much over.
Yep.
But they hung around 500, and then they went on a road trip, and they lost another 7 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row. They got swept in Minnesota, got swept in San Diego, and all of a sudden, they went from 61 and 61 to 61 and 68, and then they hung around that mark all year until, at one point they were 70 and 77, and they were able to pull it out and finish 81 and 81. So They're 2 games ahead of the pace of last year.
Which it's similar to what it's going to be.
No, I wouldn't say that. This team's better than last year, but it's still, the pitching was actually better last year because you had Rodon and Webb and Cobb, and you had Junis that was pitching pretty well. Last year, the bullpen kind of imploded because they wore him out.
Yep.
This year, they've got a different type of bullpen. They've got guys that are long men that go 5 innings, but they're using them all up in every 3 days or so.
Exactly.
And
here's the thing. It's a little bit different. The bullpen got blown up in the early of the season last year. This year, it's getting blown up later in the season because you're putting them in spots, and they're like you said, they're coming out every 3 days instead of coming out once every 5. I mean, and here's another thing. Hey, Dan, there's a couple of things that you had mentioned before the season started, but how about this news with Mike Trout and his hamate bone? Ohtani going to get traded? How about you, chat? You guys think Ohtani's traded at the deadline?
It's a possibility because he's going to miss the month of July. He may be back in August. It could be a 4 to 6 week thing. It's a hamate bone. Joey Bart's broken it once or twice.
Pablo broke both of his in each hand.
And they'll know in a day or two whether it requires surgery or not. But, Giants just got to start. We talked about winning series, and we talked about the 10 series that they were going to do. The way they ended up, they went 5-5. Mm-hmm. They lost the last 3 series.
First thing. Yep.
They were 5-2 with an opportunity to go 8-2 in the 10 series that we pointed out, and they finished 5-5. So,
yeah, there we go. And this comes to your point real quick. Hey guys, and when I mean by Ohtani being traded, I'm not talking about coming to the Giants. I'm just saying, is he going to be traded at all to any team? But to your point, Dan, so the 10 series, they go 5-5, 500 team. What did we say in the beginning of the season? If they have injuries, if the health is a concern, this is going to be a 500 team.
Right.
And there you go. I mean, we're halfway through the season, and that's what it's looking like.
Yeah, it's a team that has to have
everything has to click. We said everybody's got to play up to expectations. You can't suffer a lot of injuries, otherwise this team's going to get sunk.
I'm curious. Lou says that MLB channel said Mike Trout out 3 months. I'm not. That's interesting because I heard Trout say thought 4 to 6 weeks, but or I read that, but I'm not sure what's going on.
If I remember right, when Pablo had those hammates, he was out for a couple of months. I thought, wasn't it a couple?
Yeah, I mean, and his happened on a swing. He didn't get hit by the pitch, so that means the wrist was that bone must have been weak for him to swing it. It must have snapped. So I don't know. We'll see, but that definitely could change things for Ohtani and the Angels thinking because
it makes me wonder.
I mean, Angels are really in a bad situation too because they got Trout signed for years and he's definitely on the decline. I mean, he's still a great player, but he's not what he was at all.
Correct.
And so, and he's not going to like all of a sudden get better and better as he gets older. He may have another bounce back year in him or so, but I don't see the consistency for the contract that he's carrying.
I hate to say it, but I think Ohtani may get traded to the Dodgers.
They would have a good shot.
They have a good shot. And it just, I could just see it. They need starting pitching just like every other contender. And they got the prospects to do it.
Yeah.
And they could give up like 5 or 6 top line prospects and still be a powerhouse in the farm system.
Yeah. Well,
I tell you what, it's going to be when that news breaks. Ooh, boy.
I don't know what this Giants team's going to do. They definitely need to get some starting pitching, but it's not working out with
this bullpen stuff.
Keaton Wynn didn't look sharp today. But, Seattle's playing with some energy right now, having fun. When you start winning, it's infectious. You saw the Giants when they won their 10-game streak. They were having fun, and it can turn on you just like that. Now they're, lost 4 in a row, 6 of 8, and they're giving back the ground that they made up. What were they?
They were up at one time. Weren't they 11 games above 500 at one time?
Yeah. They were,
and now they're 6.
They were 45 and 34. Now they're 46 and 40.
Hey, real quick, AB. The Dodgers will go for. I mean, Ohtani's contract this year is like minuscule. It's not going to affect their exceeding their the payroll. So they could trade for him, and then the next season when they've already cleared their penalties for the tax, they're gonna make that big contract for Ohtani.
Yeah, Giants have lost, actually, instead of 6 out of 8, they've lost 6 out of 7. Their last 7 games, they've lost 6.
Yeah,
because they won the first game in the series against Toronto,
right?
And then their only other win was the Mets.
Yep,
1 game against the Mets, so they've lost 6 of 7. Yeah, plenty of seats tomorrow. So the fans.
Wow, there was only 30,000 today.
Roughly. Wow. Were you out there, Lou? Were you at the game today? Lou may have been out there and seen it. You could see a lot of empty seats up in the upper deck for sure. So yeah, Giants are, they're still slightly ahead of when they put their winning streak together, because they, had. I don't know how many they won at one point, but
I see in the chat, speaking of the San Diego Padres, you see they released Nelson Cruz.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, he's like, 41, 42 years old. He ain't going to do anything.
All right. So the Giants are 46 and 40. Since they played Colorado when they were 30-30. And you see that there?
It's still coming up. Okay, here we go. Yep.
They were 28-29, 20, they were this whole 500, hanging there. 28, 28, 28, 29, 29, 29, 20, 30, 30, 31, 30, 32, 31, 32, 32, they're just
that big win streak
bouncing around. Then when they were 32-32, they took off, and you can see they got to 42-32.
Mm-hmm.
So now they've won 4 of their last 12, because they're 4-8 in their last 12, because they're now they're 46-30. So you could see 46-40. I mean, so you see they've kind of given ground. I mean, they're still a little ahead because they were 32 and
because they had that 10-game winning streak that really helped.
Yeah, so they're still 6 over. Right. I don't know if it circles here. This was their highlight right here, their season so far, this series in LA. That big win where they came back against St. Louis with Yaz 2-run homer.
Mm-hmm.
And then they took that momentum. See what I talk about with momentum and why I said look out for Seattle? Seattle could go in for the sweep tomorrow. When they won that big game Sunday against Tampa Bay after being down 6-1, come back and win 7-6. That's a huge momentum, because now you're getting on a flight, right? You get on this flight and you're all excited. You're going to San Francisco. You're feeling pretty good. And the Giants are coming across country and they're just feeling like crap, Lost 2, they're going to get in and then boom. So there's a possibility they get swept tomorrow night. I mean, obviously there's a possibility, but there's a strong possibility.
Just because of the way they're playing.
Just because the way Seattle is playing, the Giants are, they're going in opposite directions because it's so streaky, the sport. You had today a double fell in down the right field line, hit the stinking chalk line, okay, for Seattle. During the 10-game win streak, that's an inch foul.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes. So.
How about that, Mike Ford? Huh? He had a 4 for 4, a home run, 2 doubles. Yeah, he had a good game.
And without Patrick Bailey's home run, Lou Marston points out, the Giants would have lost 7 in a row.
Oh yeah, good point.
Yeah, they would have got swept in New York. They woke up the Mets, which I told you I hope they don't. But they did. The Mets won today, beat
Arizona.
Mets are now picking it up 3 in a row. Giants definitely need and this is where pitching has to win you games. You have to have.
Yes.
If Alex Cobb is worthy of a number 2 slot in the playoffs, he's your second pitcher in the playoffs. I mean, that's the way it would stand now, Webb and Cobb. Is you got to have Alex Cobb step up tomorrow and shut down this streak and single-handedly say, you know what, they're not scoring off me. You guys better get me a run, because I'm not giving up any.
Exactly. And you know what? If he scuffles, they only have one long guy, really, Tristan Beck, right? He's the only one left, because they used Junis and Manaea today.
Yeah,
Wynn started, then Manaea, then Junis. There's 3.
You watch what they'll do now. They're going to play this dang game, and they're going to send Wynn down. Let's see. Wynn's not eligible to pitch because he started today, Wednesday. Then they got Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, he's not going to pitch before the All-Star break. So
they'll send him down.
They'll send him down because he's got options, and they'll bring up another long guy, probably Jelly. You watch, guys.
Probably. I forgot Stripling. I forgot Stripling's available because he only pitched 24 pitches. So he'll be available tomorrow. So
yeah, but you watch for Keaton Wynn to go down. He's got to, and then they can bring him right back up right after the All-Star break.
Hey, Senior, is Sacramento already playing? I'll have to take a look. Kyle Harrison, I guess, is starting today. I'll have to take a look at this.
Harrison starting today? 4 days.
That's what he's saying.
Let me see. I pull it up right here.
Let's.
I think they did start.
No, 5:35. Yep.
They have sack to be determined.
Yes, yeah, I see to be determined there. Senior, what do you know? It says sack TBD.
Yeah.
You think they pulled him from a start?
No. If they did, they'll just pitch him tomorrow. Whatever. They just that's kind of how they go. So yeah. So it'll be it's gonna be a interesting. They got 4 more games to go before the break. They're all winnable because you got Colorado coming in. Just got to go out tomorrow night, and they got to have a much better game plan as far as taking pitches, making the pitcher work. That's usually what the Giants' strength is getting pitchers to end up with 100 pitches by the end of the 5th or into the 6th inning, and they get these pitches. They were just going out today, and it was like swinging at everything. I mean, 1 inning, everybody swung at the first pitch and got out.
Yep.
3 pitches. And then the next inning, I mean, it's like, oh man, you didn't even give Wynn had a stressful inning the inning before where he got out of a jam, giving up just 1 run. He's like right back out, and I think that's the inning Ford might have hit the home run to make it 3-0. I can't even remember all the details. But
hey, Logan, we talked about that. They're playing kind of how they were in April, striking out a lot.
And they got the worst record in baseball with fielding. Okay, guys.
Yeah, still, that's been like that since the very beginning of the season. That their fielding percentage has been dead bottom.
Yep.
And how that hasn't affected the team has been incredible. I'm surprised they are where they're at just because of that stat alone. Same thing with errors. I think you still lead the league in errors, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think. Let me see if I can find where they're at. They don't give me. No, let's go back to this.
Yeah, Senior says he's got the PR email saying that Harrison is pitching tonight.
Okay. I mean, you look at quality starts. Let's take a look at that. Let me pull this up in the majors. This is interesting. Logan Webb is at the top of baseball with quality starts, and yet he's only 7-7.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Okay, so 1 quality start, number 1 in baseball is Marcus Stroman. Kevin Gausman, imagine that. Number 2. Logan Webb, 3. And we see if there's any Giant with quality starts after this. Look, there's Jordan Montgomery, 14. Merrill Kelly. I would imagine Zach Gallen's up higher. Where is he? Zach Gallen. Shane McClanahan. Oh, Shane Bieber's up there at 8.
Number 8, yep.
Where's Zach Gallen? Oh, there he is, 14. Corbin Burns tied for Burns and quite a few at 14. It jumps to 25.
I don't see any other Giants.
Giolito. DeSclafani, 34. Yeah, that was all in April.
Yeah, exactly.
Now he's tired.
Yeah, now he's got a fatigued right shoulder, right?
Now, Anthony DeSclafani is he's out because he's tired.
I
was looking for the. Oh no, where's my Anthony wait, here it is. Anthony DeScalfani, guys. He says he's tired. Okay. So let's go back to the see if we find any Giants.
Senior was asking if you're watching a Flying Squirrels game. I guess Meckler's having a good game, batting 391. Just hit a double. He's got 2 hits with a bunt single on the double.
All right, I think we're coming on to the forget DeScalfani there because that's all April. Let's see if we find any more Giant. Cobb 53. So you've got all these other pitchers. Look at Sandy Alcantara's having a rough year.
Yeah, he is. 4.93 ERA. Whew.
Austin Gomer, who they're going to face this week, Colorado.
6 ERA.
Lance Lynn, look at that ERA, 6.47.
Yeah, same thing. Gomber, 6.64.
James Paxton, Boston. He's way down, but he's got
a look at that ERA.
But he's only had what has he had 9? What is the?
He's 9-9
games.
Right? Oh no,
games pitched, games started.
9.
He's only 9. So let's go back. What number was that?
For who?
The kid out of Boston. Oh, there it is. Paxton, 70. Just Darvish is down there. Wow. Look at Domingo Germain at 70, the guy that just threw a perfect game.
Yep.
I'm still not seeing any other Giants.
Because we got no starters to go. You have to go 6 innings with 3 or less runs. The starters don't go 3 innings. It's only Cobb and Webb and DeScalfani in the very beginning of the season.
I'm getting down into 125, 147. I still haven't seen another Giant.
Name another starter that can go 6 innings for the Giants.
Sean Manaea, 147. Look at that. Wow. Any other Giants? This is a huge problem. You're going to be into the 200s before we see it. Brandon Crawford's is higher than Matt Moore. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's bad. That's bad. Look at, I don't see any. Oh, there's Ross Stripling, 188. So the key is let's look up here and see who might be available on this list that the Giants should go after because they're not going anywhere without pitching. So Stroman may be available.
His stock is going up though too.
I wonder if that kid Mitch Keller or Bieber might be available.
Shane Bieber, yeah, maybe.
The rest of Jordan Montgomery. That's a guy you would definitely want to go after.
About him.
Yeah, that's a guy you definitely want to go after. I might go after Paul Goldschmidt and Jordan Montgomery and put a good package together and see if I can get them both.
But if you wait to the deadline, it's no point of doing that. They'll be gone. They'll be gone.
I say go for it right now.
Yep.
Get on the phones. St. Louis isn't going nowhere. Look at Patrick Corbin's actually making a bounce back. 25th in quality
he
starts.
Had a really good. I know he had a good outing. His last outing.
You can get him for nothing. Nothing. They just get rid of his contract. He's making too much money. You can pick up another arm that's been a really good pitcher in the past. And there's Logan Gilbert today, starter at 25. He's going to move up probably into he's probably going to move up in the top 15 now. He's going to pass all those other guys that he's tied with at 25 for sure.
Yep.
When you have a complete game shutout, I would say that's about as quality as you can get without throwing a no-hitter or perfect game. So,
Well, it only counts as one game, though. That's the only thing.
yeah, but it's still
Yeah.
it's like this.
Yeah,
if
you
you're
still
tied
jump
with
up
all-
over these 9 guys. Yeah.
He's definitely jumping up to those guys. So, yeah, I'm just looking at Dylan Cease, 34. He might be worth a flyer. We'll see. You got to go after those teams that are not going to be in it. So it's a challenge. They got to do something, though. They definitely got to do something because they got to wake up, because it's going to be if they go into this All-Star break, on a downward spiral, and then they got to go on that longest road trip of the year. I mean, they played well on the road, but man,
not this last one.
I mean, I'm just like, I'm all.
It's hard to really.
Yeah,
it's frustrating. It really is.
So it's time to pick it up. Time to pick it up. But I don't know. Anybody else have anything of interest before we call it a day? It's the 4th of July. It's almost 5:30. We've been going a little over an hour.
Yep.
Anybody got anything they want to kind of talk about? Eric Ellis says, my question is, if the Giants get another starter, can they get the run support for him? Just ask Logan Webb. No, they need some bats too.
Yeah, they're going to. All these injuries.
They gave Matos a day off today. Are they going to put him back in the lineup tomorrow? Let's see who the pitching matchup is for tomorrow, if it's been announced. I know it's Cobb, but Seattle was undecided earlier, and they are showing Tommy Malone, a left-hander.
Oh, he's an old. He used to pitch for the A's, right? Tommy Malone.
He's got a 1.93 ERA. Only thrown 4 innings pitched. Is he a?
I bet you it's a bullpen.
Is he a, what do you call it, an opener? Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
So they'll probably throw out. Here's my guess for the lineup tomorrow. They'll lead off with Slater. I would put Matos up at the leadoff personally. They'll stick him way at the bottom, though.
Yeah, he'll be 9th.
Just put Matos up top,
Senior, can you guys come on later?
What for after the Sacramento game?
Do a Kyle Harrison special?
If he throws a shutout in his time, if he doesn't give up any runs, we'll do it.
There you go.
That's the
put the onus on Harrison.
Yeah. If he doesn't give up any runs in his time that he's in the game, and he doesn't walk any, and also he doesn't walk any more than 2. I'll give him 2 walks.
So that's no runs, 2 walks.
Yeah, he gets 2 walks and no runs. If he goes 5 innings, 4 innings, strikes out a bunch, doesn't give up any runs, and only 2 walks, well, come on. But if he shuts out and he walks 3, I'm not coming on.
It's not one or the other; it's both.
I want a solid outing, so I have something to talk about for a short bit. So, So, what were we going at?
Oh, geez, I can't remember.
We were talking about the deals. Somebody was saying Goldschmidt. Where was it? I had it up. Oh, about getting. I don't know where it was, but
I'll find it.
Yeah, it's all right. But
this one right here, the run support.
Yeah, from Eric. Yeah, it's Oh, I know what we were talking about, the lineup. Yeah, I'm going to say that the Giants lineup tomorrow.
Slater.
Let me pull up the current roster just so I
That may change by tomorrow. You never know.
it will, because I have a feeling Wynn goes down and they bring up either another arm or they bring up more reinforcement right-handed bat. Gosh, what the heck? Come on, team. Here. Okay, there we go. Roster. Active. Okay. Batting first, Slater in left field. In center field, batting second is Matos, I think.
You got him batting second?
Yeah. They don't have anybody batting third. They're going to go Casey Schmidt. I mean, not Casey Schmidt. JD Davis. Third. Fourth, they'll put Conforto. You know what Kapler's going to do? Scratch that. He's going to put Flores second. Forget. Flores should be like fifth or sixth, but he's going to put Flores second.
In the 2-hole, yep.
So Flores will be the first baseman. He'll bat second. All right. Third, you're going to go JD Davis. Fourth, I think he keeps Conforto at the DH in the fourth spot. Fifth, he'll probably go Patrick Bailey catching. Sixth, he will put
probably Sable or Yaz.
Yaz will be in the lineup in right field, is my guess. Sixth is, gosh, they're getting low. They got. See, the problem is, remember, is like throw a lefty at the Giants, and that's how you beat them. Right? Remember in the beginning of the season, It's like, who the heck do they have to bat right-handed? And who's a lefty that you could say, okay, well, that doesn't matter. A lefty could hit the lefties.
Because that Matos will hit ninth, and
Schmidt will bat ninth. Matos will probably be eighth, seventh or eighth. So Schmidt will be at Schmidt's going to be at second because they don't have a second base. So they force Crawford. They are so desperate in need with Estrada gone. They don't. I don't know. Maybe they do something with this.
No, he's a lefty. So yeah, I don't know.
Maybe they bring up Fitzgerald tomorrow and make a roster move. Some kind of 60-man. Somebody goes off the 40, and shoot, I'd do my thing. What I said, man. I'd bring up Joey Bart and let him play first base. Just see what he can do. Showcase him. Crap. Maybe he'll provide a spark.
The Giants need him, to be honest with you, right now.
Yeah, maybe he can provide a spark. I don't know. They're hurting.
They are,
man.
I know.
I'm just looking at this roster and going, who can bat right-handed? I mean, it's JD Davis, Slater, and Schmidt.
That's and the thing is,
and then Patrick Bailey's a switch hitter. Is that it? Do they only have 4 right and Matos? I guess 5 guys that out of like 13 position players that bat right-handed. Am I doing that right?
So let's go. Hold on, Matos.
I'm going to pull Flores. This. Let me pull the roster up here. I'll go down the order. Okay, Bailey's 1. He can switch hit. JD Davis, 2. Wilmer, 3. Matos, 4. Casey Schmidt, 5. Austin Slater, 6.
And then Flores.
That's it. I already said Flores.
Oh.
That's it. 6.
Jeez, 6.
Now, left-handed, they must have 7. They've got Bailey. You can count him as 1. Conforto, 2. Crawford, 3. Jock, 4. Blake Sable, 5. Lamont Wade, 6. Brett Wisely 7, Yaz 8. So they got 8 versus 6, which is not a bad balance, but they're with Estrada out, it really messes things up.
It does.
So I guess they're pretty equal when Estrada's there, but look at the quality. I mean, I'm not thinking, Schmidt's not hitting well.
Matos not really either. That's a shame too.
Well,
you could bring up Ramos. I didn't even think about that. MF.
Not till July 18th, though.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep, not till July 18th. They were saying today in the TV, Kruko's talking about Blake Sable. He says, don't be surprised if you see him in the infield at some point, because
what?
He said, a corner position, because
what?
Just because of finding a place for his bat to play.
Oh, I see.
That if, he says if a guy can hit, they're going to find a place to play you. Yeah. I've always said Sable could play first base,
and put Wade out in the outfield.
You could do that, but you could also, Sable's played first base in the past. He's got a first baseman's glove that he carries with him in his bag. It's broken in. He's used it. He played it in the minors.
The only issue is, what do you do with Wade?
Yeah. So,
because you got Jock at the DH, sometimes playing outfield.
What excuses is Davis making now? Did he make some excuses in the post game?
Oh yeah, let us know, Mario. You checking it out?
Let me check it out here and see what.
Gosh.
Come on there. Okay, Giants, slumping Giants blanked in quiet loss. Ken Rosenthal sees Giants as competitive suitor for Ohtani. Interesting. Joined Tim Kawakami in the episode where he was asked about the New York Post John Heyman's recent report that the Giants are believed to be one of 3 favorites to sign Ohtani this offseason.
I don't want to hear this. Because it ain't going to happen.
I think San Francisco, with all the respect to John Heyman, he doesn't know who is on the list, Rosenthal said in jest. There's only one guy who knows on the list, maybe 2. Shohei Ohtani is one. Nez Balelo, his agent, is another, and put his interpreter, whatever his guy's name is, on that list as well. But none of us know. But from the other perspective there, if you're asking me, are the Giants a competitive enough team for him to entertain, I would say the answer to that is yes. And what I've loved about the Giants season so far is the incorporation of these youngsters. Yeah. There has been speculation that Ohtani prefers to stay on the West Coast, which reportedly was a big reason why he chose to sign the Angels in 2017. However, as Rosenthal previously stated, nobody knows. So when you look at the Giants going forward, they still lack, I know, the one star, the guy you build around and all that, Rosenthal added, but it is a pretty interesting group, and I like where they are. So, yes, if I was Shohei Ohtani, I was open-minded in the Bay Area. We don't know what he wants. Geographically, competitively, we don't know anything, but I don't see any reason why you would rule them out. I don't see any reason why, from the Giants' perspective, you would not be in this mix, or at least trying to be. Okay, so blah, blah, blah.
I don't even want to hear it. I really don't.
Yeah, it's just I wouldn't even get my hopes up for it, because
nope. Not gonna even. Not even trying.
But did any response to the complaining about Davis? What?
Yeah, I haven't. No one said anything about it. I'm gonna bring up the sack because first pitch is coming up. Let's see how he does in this first inning, depending on how long we go here.
First batter hits a home run. It's like, okay,
game over.
We're not coming tomorrow. We're not coming on at all. Let's see. I'm just breezing through this article here and seeing if there's anything.
It's not on game day yet. I'm waiting for it to come up.
Oh, Patrick Bailey.
Oh, Rendon got hurt again. He just came off the IL.
Well, he was pitching
Oh
today.
yeah, Ohtani's getting traded.
What are you talking about?
Wow, Rendon, Anthony Rendon.
Oh,
their third
Rendon.
baseman.
Oh, I thought you meant Carlos
Yeah.
Rodon.
No. He just came off the IL.
Yeah, you know what? That's right. He pitches July 7th, I think, is when Carlos Rodon makes his debut. Rendon got hurt again.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I think you could put a fork in the Angels' playoff aspirations. Hey, Dan, according to Robert, he's asking, which Giant player is a catalyst? You're muted.
Yeah, sorry. Which Giant player is the catalyst? Well, if you went...
I couldn't tell you, to be honest with you.
I mean...
There's not one player out there that's really just like...
I mean, a pitcher can't do it himself. We saw Rodon last year try and get the team going and, pitch great.
Not Ohtani, Rendon, Mario.
I would say catalyst for the Giants. If I had to put the onus on somebody to be the catalyst of the team.
Oh, Samuel. I don't know where he got this quote from, but this is what it's saying. Real quick, I didn't mean to interrupt. JD Davis was asked whether the Giants' injury problems are starting to take a toll. Absolutely. You can't hide it.
No, that's just being truthful.
Yeah, that's not.
I
that's not waving a white flag.
That's not complaining.
No,
that's just being.
But yeah, as far as the catalyst, I don't think there's a catalyst on the team, to be honest with you.
If there was, had to be one.
As a position player has to be the catalyst, not necessarily a pitcher, right?
I mean, it could be Bailey because he's the catcher. He's kind of the leader, captain of the the field. Could also be someone like Yaz. Could be a JD Davis. I mean, they've just got to get themselves, well physically and then make their run. I think they're going to be in it. I just don't know if they have enough to get to the finish line. It'll be interesting. I mean, they'll get a spark back when Estrada comes back sometime, hopefully by August, early August. I'm guessing it's going to be 4 to 6 weeks for him. I don't think it was a bad fracture because some of the protection plastic hit part of that. It didn't square his hand. Otherwise, he would have been. It would have just messed it up big time. So it got him enough though that it's a fracture. So yeah, I'm just seeing here JD Davis being interviewed right there. So I'll have to listen to that. In fact, let me take a listen while you carry on here. It's
interesting. MF is saying Dustin May will undergo right elbow surgery to repair his flexor tendon. Another Tommy John. Did he already have a Tommy John before?
Just coming back from Tommy John.
It looks like
came back. Yeah.
Unbelievable, man. That is rough. That's rough. That just tells you, I'm telling you, the Dodgers are going to make that play. I bet I will. I'm not going to say guarantee, but almost guarantee that they trade for Ohtani. I could see it. The reason why they reset the season was to go after him in the offseason. Now that you got Trout going down, Rendon is Rendon, and the team is probably not going to perform up to expectations to make the playoffs. I see the Dodgers making their move. Why not? Giants will have to face Ohtani. Oh man, that's going to be something. Anyone in the chat think otherwise, I mean, I'd love to hear it. Ohtani just walked off the mound with trainers. Oh, yeah, they're playing in Anaheim, right? Yeah. Let's see. Davis doesn't go making excuses. Not a good look to put that out in the media under any circumstance. Yeah, we're gonna have to try to find that Davis one, the one that he just talked about. As far as the injuries, that doesn't seem like it's not on the same level of what DeSclafani was saying.
Okay, I just listened to it. What he had to say, JD.
Okay.
The question about the injury. Hold on, let me turn that on. The question about the injury was, do you think the injuries have had a impact? He says, yeah. Losing Haniger and then Tyro, and you can't hide it. But he says at the same time, it gives younger guys, some rookies, a chance to get some reps and come up, see what they can do. But earlier he said, yeah, we're just we were on a roll, and he says about the last 8 days or so, kind of got into a funk, and then we had some bad travel. Remember they played a night game in Toronto, the getaway, which is supposed to be a day game generally, but Toronto made it a night game, and so they had to go through customs and then get into New York late,
yep,
in the morning, early morning, and so he just said, hopefully, it's the same thing I said. He said, hopefully, we got a day off Thursday. We get a chance to regroup and get our schedule back. He says tomorrow, hopefully we can, come out and grind one out and steal one, because they know they're tired.
Yeah.
I mean, and this is every team goes through it. So not as much as the West Coast teams, though,
right.
And so
it's tomorrow a night game or a day game?
Night.
So that kind of helps.
Yeah, that's why I looked at the schedule Sunday night and I said, I think Monday and Tuesday is going to be tough. They look to me like they'll be flat coming in Monday and Tuesday. I thought maybe they'd get three runs and Webb would shut them down, and he kind of did. But then Duvall gave up the 4 runs in the 9th, last night. So a lot of that even though Duvall didn't pitch on Saturday or Sunday, he's still affected by that travel. When none of your team gets to bed till 6 a.m, and then you got to. It's just a little off. You're just going to be off, and you got to fight through it. And you didn't have his best stuff. So I think the fact that they can hopefully scratch the one out, get the day off, and then finish strong. That would be a really good turnaround if they can win tomorrow and somehow, like I say, regroup Thursday with a day off and come out and just really put the pedal to the metal. Because by Friday, with you get home, you get in Monday morning, 6 a.m, right? I've done this travel for years, and I did it 20 years ago a lot because I have clients in Connecticut. And when I moved out to Arizona, I would take these flights back for 2 days, 3 days, and see all these clients I had to see. And then I'd fly back, and it just threw me off for like 2-3 days.
Mm-hmm.
Just took, it's worse when you go international, like to Asia or something. It takes like a week or 2. But when you go, so my thinking is this, that they will get really back on track schedule-wise by Friday. Tonight, they'll probably get a decent night rest and have, a little bit more in the tank for tomorrow night. Since it's a night game, they can get back kind of acclimated and like you said, you got to go out and grind and get that one, and then you get to enjoy your day off. You go in on a high note, your day off, you enjoy it, and you come out to the park, and then everything can be fine. So the next 4 or 5 days will prove a lot to where the Giants are going to be. It's if they come out and do well and win all 4 or win 3 or 4, they're in a good situation. If they come back, and
I'd be happy with just a series win over the Rockies.
well, yeah, you don't want to go 2-2, because then you're just treading water.
Yeah,
you don't want to win. You want to win.
This is with the win tomorrow. I would love to have a series.
Yeah. So hopefully they can do that. But MF asked, did I live in Chino Hills in Southern California? Not in Chino Hills, but in Chino itself.
They got an awesome air museum over there.
Used to, yeah. Yeah. They got
Plains of Fame. Those things are fantastic.
Great restaurant over there. Flo's Cafe, too. If you ever want to go have a biscuits and gravy with potatoes, best breakfast. I used to go there all the time. Just loved it.
Real quick, what the AB is saying, I beg to differ. Yeah, the Dodgers are going to buy, but they're not buying with money. Okay, they've already they're already under the cap, and if they trade for Ohtani, because the Dodgers ain't going to care about giving up some of these prospects, because they got another 15 of them that they can rely on, and then they got the draft coming up, and they're going to do well. They always do well in their draft. Their farm system is always ranked high. They know how to draft, and they use it for their advantage to get major league talent. All right. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to get Ohtani because they probably, what did he have? Is it $5 million on this year? So they only have to pay half of that, which is $2 million. I don't think taking on a $2 million contract is going to exceed their payroll for the tax. And then he just falls in their lap because of what's going on. And then next year, because they're going to go for him next year anyways, he just signs that big ass contract with the Dodgers. So I think he's going to, with Kershaw going on the IL, Dustin May getting Tommy John. Remember, even Ned said that he might have even been able to come back in a bullpen role. That ain't happening. They're going to go all in for Ohtani. You watch. The Dodgers are going to get Ohtani in the trade deadline. I could see it.
This name cracks me up. I don't know if that's a real name. Do you think that's a real name? Luigi Stromboli.
Stromboli. Yeah, that's from Pinocchio.
The name Luigi Stromboli?
I don't know about Luigi, but Stromboli is for sure.
Okay. Have you ever seen those commercials, those bird dog shorts?
Nuh-uh.
Oh, gosh, they're hilarious. They talk about Pinocchio. They say, these are the most comfortable shorts. Even Pinocchio could sell them. And then the guy's like, oh, I got bird dog shorts right here. And he pulls up these shorts. They got a lining inside. And it's just the most comfortable. And then somebody says, with a lining inside, isn't that kind of dumb? You have to wash them after each wear. Didn't you think of that? And he goes, well, sure, I thought of that. And his nose grows really long.
Hey, that was a pretty good Pinocchio. I'm impressed.
Thank you. It's just hilarious. There's just Google when we get off. Google bird dog shorts Pinocchio commercials. They're hilarious.
I tell you what. Okay, Senior thinks that he's going to go at the deadline. Oh, he thinks the Yankees are going to swing for the deal for Ohtani at the deadline. Do they got a better farm than the Dodgers? Because that's what it's all about. Trade deadline is all about what are your top line prospects, even though they may or may not pan out.
It's who they want.
Exactly.
It's who the other team wants of your prospects. Who's saying Yankees?
Senior thinks it's going to be the Yankees gets Ohtani.
Interesting. Somebody asked me, Robert, where'd that go? Man, those comments went. How many came in the last?
Oh yeah, he's up here. Which one?
Would you trade would you Ohtani or 2 quality pitchers? Well, you're getting 1 quality pitcher with Ohtani, and you're getting a great bat. I know, wisdom sometimes says take the 2 quality starting pitchers, but Ohtani just becomes a guy that others would want to play with and just changes your whole structure. I mean, Anaheim, you got to remember, second fiddle down to the Dodgers, and the town is not as excited about the Angels.
Yeah.
And comes San Francisco, he's going to be the star of the town.
Oh, even if he goes to the Dodgers
or the Giants. I mean, if it came to the Giants, I would take Ohtani over two, just because, I think the guy's one of the top. He could turn out to be the greatest player of all time.
See, you know what, Senior? That makes sense. If Judge is out for the whole season, they're in. But you know what? The Dodgers are in the same predicament, except for starting pitching. Their starting pitching has just been ransacked with injury, so they're kind of in the same boat that the Yankees are in needing someone like Ohtani. So it will definitely be. He's definitely going to get traded, 100% at the trade deadline. With that Trout injury, there's no way that the Angels are going to be able to compete, and not in the West.
Well, we'll see what happens over the next. They could. Sometimes teams, you stay in it. The guy comes up and gets hot, because we see rookies do it all the time. We saw it with Casey Schmidt, for a couple of weeks. Guys come up, they don't know them, and then they rake, and then they play well, and then teams figure them out, and then they fall back to earth. So it's possible that their replacement for Trout can keep him in it. But if I'm the owner, I'm still trading Ohtani, because you're getting nothing back for him. I mean, unless you've got a deal with him already made, kind of on the side, that you're going to re-sign him, because you can talk to him still.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you've got some kind of gentleman's agreement. Yeah, he gave up 5 runs in 5 innings today, they say, and had a blister. Somebody said he left with a blister. So, all right.
Logan, real quick, saying there's a bunch of unrestricted free agents in 24. A lot of quality starting pitchers.
Who though?
I know Snell. Snell's out there. I think Paxton is going to be out there. Snell's having a good season.
He's okay. He's up and down.
Yeah, he is. But you know what? Me and Los are talking about this. Get that damn Japanese pitcher, Sasaki, and that giant and that Japanese hitter, Murakami.
Oh,
you could get both of those for like quarter of the price of what it would cost to get Ohtani.
Yeah.
And they're young.
Yeah. So the Giants definitely need some help for sure. What's going on with the other Japanese player that was supposed to be really good, Suzuki? Didn't he go to the Cubs?
Yeah, I don't know how he's doing. I know the other kid in Boston, he's doing really well.
I can't
remember his damn last name though.
Let me look up Suzuki and see how he's doing. All right, we'll pull this up here. It's always, you don't hear sometimes about all these guys if you don't.
Man, the game finally started in Salt Lake. Oh, you know who's at the game? Carlo P said he was going to the game.
Oh, really?
Diaz struck out.
Okay, so Suzuki had 241 at bats, 26 runs, 60 hits, 13 doubles, 2 trips, 6 homers, 6 RBIs, 95 total bases, 249 average, 338 on base, slugging 455, 793 OPS. That's
kind of what Conforto's doing.
Yeah, it's okay. Let me go to another team here, and we'll take a look, because it's
just
kind
give
of
me a minute.
interesting.
I'll be right
back. Okay. All right, look at Blake Sables, had 203 at bats here for for the Giants. 203 at bats for Sable. 51 hits. 251 batting average. 10 homers. 33 ribs. 313 on base. 438 slugging. And a 751 OPS. Leading the team in OPS at 859 is Lamont Wade Jr.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, we're just going over the Giants here. I was looking at Sable's compared to Suzuki and just kind of.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you know who has very close stats this year is Yaz and Sable. Look at that. 204 at bats for Yaz, 203 for Sable. 53 hits for Yaz, 51. 13
doubles for
Yaz, 8 for Sable, 1 triple, 0, 10 each home runs. 33 ribbies for Sable, 27 for Yaz. Total bases 98 to 89. Base on balls 19-16. Strikeouts is a little bit higher for Sable, 73. 2 stolen bases, 251 to 260, 313 on base, 326, 480 slugging, 438, and 806, 751. Sable for, who's having the best year on this club right now? It looks like it's Lamont Wade offensively. 859 OPS, we'll go backwards, 448 slugging, 412 on base. Nobody's even over. Is anybody over 360 on the Giants?
For
362 on base. 362 must be JD Davis. Yep.
Wade and Davis.
362. The next closest on base is 327 right now. Is 331. Who's 331? Oh, that's got to be. Who is that? Conforto. Okay, I wish I could. Let me see if I can pull this down here this way. Okay, so on base, you can't get the names in. 371 down here. That's probably who's got 371 hitting 245 on base. Jock
Peterson.
Wow. 29 base on balls. Look at Wade's base on balls, 53.
Yeah, crazy.
Slater has only had 72 at bats. 72 at bats.
Right. That's why I'm saying it's a small sample size. That's why his numbers look so gaudy.
405. Yeah, it's like give him 200 at bats and he's going to be in the way down. Yeah.
What do you think about the whole Soto coming to the Giants that Larry was talking about? Ron Holder's mentioning that.
It's not a bad idea if you, why don't we take a look at Soto's numbers? I haven't,
Here's the problem. Okay, when they had that trade in 87, was that major league players for major league players or was it prospects? See, Here's the thing is the Giants want to give up really good prospects that they're going to have to face in their own division. I don't know. I don't know about that. Would he be a good pickup? I think it would be a great pickup, but I don't know if it's going to be worth the cost.
Okay, so San Diego. Padres. Let's see. Let me know when that's up. Should be up right now.
Yep, it's up.
Okay, Soto, 292 at bats, 81 hits.
Oh, he's having a good year.
15 homers.
Not great.
46 ribs. 75 strikeouts, 277 average on base. There he is.
426.
Yeah, because he
slugging
walks a lot.
900. Or OPS is 900.
Yeah, 926, slugging 500. Yeah, nice.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's where you want your sluggers.
Soto's having a decent year. They could probably trade him for quite a bit.
But I don't think that's gonna. Not giving up prospects. I mean, that's kind of weird. See, could you imagine seeing Von Brown come up against the Giants, or a Mason Black, or you know what I'm saying? Could you imagine that? You got Soto, yeah, but here comes.
I don't know. See, a lot of times these guys just flash in the pans. They don't do much.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
that is true.
You know, just because we think of them as, you know, we hear about them and they, oh wow,
Yeah.
like how many times have we heard, oh, this guy's going to be great, you know,
all the time, yeah.
You know, so.
And
we'll
Mark,
see.
you're probably right. The Padres, according to the chairman, you know, they ain't gonna doing any type of big moves of their roster. If anything,
Yeah, I think they're probably gonna go for it. They're gonna put pressure on these guys, and hopefully, you know, for them, they get back in it. I don't know what the issue is down there. I was kind of hoping that Tatis, they'd get ticked off at Tatis, kind of like Jordan Poole of the Warriors, and get rid of him.
Ace is saying Meckler and Luciano hit a home run in the 8th in Richmond.
Interesting. Meckler,
that guy, I think he's batting close to 400. I don't know why they're not moving him up.
I'll take a look. They moved up a couple guys today. Burkata from Eugene.
Oh, Barry Cota?
Burkota, he got moved up, and a pitcher got moved up to Richmond today too from Eugene.
Someone was you know who was talking about Ted? I haven't seen Ted Mosby today. He's the one that's always talking about Victor Barracoto.
Yeah, he got promoted. Let's see what is going on here. 8-5, Richmond, bottom of the 8th.
Did Barracoto did he make the starting lineup, or probably not, huh?
Let me see. I don't. Let me see if I can find the box score here. Come on, close out. There we go. Game day.
This game day is lagging something fierce with the Sacramento game. It's taking forever to update.
Okay, Meckler's 3 for 4.
Jeez.
Hitting 398, OPS 1019.
Why isn't he up in Sacramento, man?
Von Brown 1 for 4, 3 ribs, 264. Luciano 1 for 3, home run. Brown number 6, Meckler number 2, Luciano number 11. Luciano number 11. Did I say Luciano hit a home run?
That's incredible.
Oh. Number 11.
Number 11. That's incredible. That's a lot of damn power, man. I tell you.
He hadn't been up all that long to hit 11. So I wonder if he's like 1 for every.
What's his OPS?
16. If I can get to the stats of this, I don't know if I can pull it up. Let me see. Who's pitching? Okay. And
Meckler is doing better than Matos did when he was in AA. Okay. Yeah, I saw that senior end of the inning. See what Harrison does in his first inning of work.
Meckler hitting that high at AA tells me, man, guy's a hitter, because that's a tough league to hit in.
It is. It's a pitching league, right?
Sure is. Yeah. Von Brown's hitting 264. These guys, you know, you might see Meckler and Brown get promoted, and Luciano is definitely going to get promoted at some time this year. I think the idea is get them AAA at bats this year, beginning in August. Get them a couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm thinking. I think that was originally. Really threw them off last year. Let me see where he's hitting. He's up to 225. He's a little bit better. 1 strikeout today. I don't know if they have stats in here. Let me see if I can.
Well, you saw that write-up on Fangraphs. We talked about it in our little video. He's definitely got gaps in his swing. But when pitchers make mistakes, he's not missing it, it looks like.
Yeah. Okay, so it doesn't give me their at bats. Oh wait, OPS. See how many hits Luciano's got out of. Here we go. Come on. Okay, Luciano has 40 hits now. 11 of them are home runs.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. That's almost a 40% home run rate on balls that he hit. Right?
Or well, 25.
Yeah, 25.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Other leading the team in Meckler has 30. Well, if I add in today's, he's now got 35 hits, but he hasn't been up, what, a month or so?
Yeah.
Matos had 35 hits when he was there. Tyler Fitzgerald was there earlier this year, and he moved up to AAA.
And he moved up.
Yeah. Patrick Bailey was there this year. Look where he's at. So it's not impossible, especially for Luciano, because he's already on the 40. You know, I'll tell you, I wouldn't if Crawford went down. You could pull up Luciano without making any significant roster moves, like getting somebody off your 40 to get Fitzgerald on it.
Yeah.
So, heck, you
need to do something, man.
You could see. Hey, if they went into a tank, let's just say they tanked and they just, they go on this free fall and this rest of this week goes crappy and they come out of the All-Star break, 11-game road trip, and they go 2-9, and all of a sudden they're under 500. They're like 5 under, and they're just treading water, and they're down, 5-6 games. I'm like, I'm getting rid of everybody. Cleaning
house.
I'm getting everybody. I'll tell you who I'm getting rid of. Let me tell you, if that's the case, if I had to sell at the deadline because they just went into this free-for-all tank job, I am getting rid of everybody not named Bailey. Probably wouldn't get rid of Crawford unless he says I'd like to be traded,
Right. It's up to him.
Up to him. I give it him. I'm keeping Davis. I'm keeping Matos. I'm keeping the Rogers brothers. I'm keeping Sable and Schmidt. And I'd like to keep Wade, but if I got a really good deal for him, I'd trade him too.
No live tonight.
Home run?
Nope. Walked. He walked Kevin Padlow.
How many walks does he have?
1.
Oh, I gave him 2 though.
Oh, you gave him 2. Oh, I thought you said no walks.
No, okay. I said 2. No runs.
I can't believe Padlow, the forever giant, takes a walk against Harrison.
No. I'm giving him no. He's got to have no runs.
Okay, no runs.
Runs, and he gets
no
2
more
walks.
than 2. Got it.
No more than 2 walks. So
gotcha. Well, it's the first inning.
It's the first inning. Okay, he's got 1 walk left in him. Luigi Stromboli says 3 walks. Has he already walked 3?
No. He's only walked 1.
Maybe he's crying for a 3 walk. Me to push it to 3 walks. So we come on. Still can't give up any runs. So yeah, that's what I would do. Oh, I'm Duvall. I forgot Duvall. I'm keeping Duvall and Webb.
Keeping Duvall
and Webb. I'm keeping. Okay, here's my guys. I'm keeping. Rather than who I'm trading, I'm keeping Bailey.
Okay.
I'm giving Crawford his choice. I'm not going to trade him unless he says I'm.
Gotcha.
I'd like. I'm keeping J.D. Davis. I'm keeping Camilo Duvall. That's 3. Keeping Matos 4. the two Rogers, the Twins, that's 6. Blake Sable, 7. Casey Schmidt, 8. Logan Webb, 9. And I'm on the fence with Wade because you might be able to get something really good for Wade.
Yeah,
And
he's probably going to be here.
And I'm rebuilding the whole thing. So I'm keeping 9 guys. And if you told me I had really good offers for some of these other guys, and if I would probably only say I'd keep it down to like untouchables, probably Bailey, Duvall, and Webb, 3. Matos, 4. Sable and Schmidt, 5, 6. I'd even let the Rogers probably go if somebody wanted them because they're getting older. But I'm keeping my young guys. I like Sable's bat. I think he's only going to get better. Yeah. I mean, if Barry Bonds took time to talk to him, that's
showing some promise. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw I was in the clubhouse and Bonds walked through and he went into the lunchroom and VR walked in. Somebody said, "There's your chance." And he left the room, turned the corner, went through the door into the lunchroom, and he went up. I didn't see it because I didn't, I'm not going to go follow him, and I couldn't do, I'm just standing, and he comes back and he's like, never again. Like, he was like, I think he got like showed up. Like he was like, I'm never, he looked like he was pissed. Like,
wow.
Yeah. So Barry may have given him the cold shoulder or something, like
maybe.
So I can't guarantee it because I didn't see it.
Right.
But just from reading the room, it looked like that. He was just like, I wanted to go up to him and say, "Hey, what happened? Did you get dogged by Barry?" Because he was like,
it might have.
He came back. I mean, Barry walked it's like, okay, here comes Barry coming right across, walks in the other room. VR follows, like, oh, I'm going to go. And he comes back less than 20, 30 seconds later. He's like, never again, man. He's just like, somebody in and some of the other players were just kind of like, yep, you to be expected, something like that.
Huh.
So
now there's a mark. If Barry doesn't respect you, he ain't talking to you.
Yeah. Elliot Ramos triple. Is that what we got?
Let me see.
I'm going to pull that baby
up. Yes, he did. Elliot Ramos triples on a fly ball to right center.
Man, I am pulling so hard for that guy. In fact, let's I think we should kind of maybe close the we might close with an Elliot Ramos interview. I want you guys to hear an interview for, let me see what happened here. Where? I don't know what's going on. All right. Wait a minute. Oh, videos.
Senior wants you to watch one more inning with Harrison.
I'm going to pull this game up live. It's on TV. There he is. He's on the mound. 1-0 sack.
No, Harrison's not, but that's the Salt Lake guy pitching.
Oh, okay. He's a lefty too. Okay, there's a ground ball to third down the line. Look at that. A double.
Nice. Is that what scored Ramos?
Yeah, Ramos. What happened to my Okay. I'm just going to close that out.
Yeah, Bumgarner may eventually.
Hey, I did figure that out. I was able to get into
all the stuff.
Pull that one we talked about.
Nice.
So let me go to. There's a bunt. Moves him over to third. Oh, almost beat it out. Who was that lefty?
It was Ford Proctor.
Oh, Ford Proctor and Gamble. Took a gamble, and Proctor took a gamble and tried to bunt his way on.
I think we got that in there, don't we? Pretty sure we do. Where was it at?
Who's up now? I don't have the volume on, so I can't tell. I got closed caption on though.
Oh yeah, drum roll.
Who's this little guy?
Oh,
Looks small.
it's Armando Alvarez.
Oh, Rendon. They're talking about with Rendon injury today. Are they playing Salt Lake? Is that the Angels?
That must be the Angels. Yeah, that must be their AAA affiliate.
Yeah. YouTube.
Hey Dan, maybe we're getting kind of close to that time of the year. If anything breaks, maybe we should do a live right away or within a few minutes after, if like some big news breaks on a trade.
Oh yeah.
If it's like a really big trade in the MLB, maybe go live. But if it involves the Giants, for sure, right?
Yeah.
Because get ready, yeah, things are going to start moving here soon.
Yeah. Where's my while we're waiting for Harrison, where is my videos? Oh, I see. I got to load more. No, that's not. Oh, crap. This gets to the wrong channel all the time.
Oh, another run scores. Oh, another
It's 2-0.
2 run scores. Yeah.
There's a ground ball to short, gets past him.
Yeah.
Infield was in, so there must have only been one out. Yeah, there is one out. Oh my gosh. Look at these bugs. Can you see those bugs flying around first base?
Oh man.
Do you see them?
Yeah, I saw that. What the hell is that, man? Hell no.
Gosh. You got to
I don't know. It might be a depth perception. It might be closer to where the camera is. It may not be at first base.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. But if it's at first base, yeah, that's rough.
Maybe it's in front of the camera. Eesh. All right. I don't know what's going on. I screw things up more than anybody I know when it comes to technology. I cannot find my Ramos interview. Other than I guess I got to scroll through way too many.
Good old Dalton Guthrie looks like got a hit. Don't know what the outcome is yet.
Oh yeah.
He doubles.
Yeah.
Man, they're raking off this guy.
Into third. Dalton Guthrie. Let's take a look at. Okay, it looks like Diaz is coming up. I recognize him.
Yeah, Diaz, he struck out his first at bat.
Diaz. So it's 3-0. Yikes. I don't get how I can't put my videos. I see them. I see some. I see just all out of order. I don't know what's going on. Because I'm on my dashboard, I don't. videos. There we go. All right. Now, while this game's going on, Diaz, we're gonna play an interview, and we'll interject with Harrison.
All right.
Present, share screen. All right, here we go.
Should I put shorts on?
Oop, what happened? Oh, it's funny. He says, "Should I put shorts on?" Because he was kind of under.
Should I put shorts on? I got my leggings on.
You're fine.
You're good. I got. All right, cool.
What do you waist up?
I'm naked too. So.
Ryan.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey,
Ryan, did you hear that? I'm naked too.
You got a chance last night to play against Team USA, and you mentioned you were rocking some Griffey Nike shoes. Did you get a chance to meet your idol Ken Griffey?
Oh yeah, it was great. I mean, I didn't play last night. I wish I could, but I was in the cage hitting, right, practicing, and I didn't expect that. The Team USA just started coming in, and I saw Griffey coming in, and I was like, oh, I want to say hi to him. I want to shake his hand. Because the thing is, I saw him in the Fishers game in 2019, but I didn't really get the chance to, talk to him, to, interact with him. So yesterday, I just, shook his.
Diaz struck out again. Can you hear me, Eric?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, I just making sure because I'm talking. I wasn't sure if it was coming through. Diaz just struck out. So.
Yeah.
Meet you, how you doing? And it was cool. It was cool to meet him.
Did you have the shoes last night, or you just get them this morning?
I got them just now.
Oh, let's take them. Can we see them?
These are so sick.
These are sick. Yes. Imagine if you had those last night. You could have had them sign them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Look at
They're
those.
so clean, huh?
Oh my!
Do you know if Griffey are these retro, or are they coming out with these, or is this a special Elliot Ramos?
No. Everybody. I think Crawford has them. A couple of people has them. I think they're just coming back with them. Yeah.
Those are nice. Those are nice. Last week I had my orange and black Nike shoes, and I said to Craw, I said, "Hey, you're known for shoes. What do you think of my shoes?" He looked down at him. He says, "Oh, pretty nice." He goes, "I actually own a pair of those, but different color." He goes, "I don't have that color scheme," but he says, "I may have to look at that."
It was last time I was here, and he was like, "I haven't worn these shoes. They're just bright orange, just pretty loud for a 60-year-old man walking around." But I was like, "Dude, no, you gotta wear them. You gotta wear them. The boys like it."
Yeah. So the other day I was watching you play. Let's see, who was it? Was it against? See, yesterday was Tuesday. Monday's game. You got a base hit, nice hit. I think it was your third at bat. Cincinnati, yeah, right, over in Goodyear. Yeah, nice, solid hit. How's the swing feeling this spring? I know you changed it a little bit.
Yeah, I've been feeling good. Honestly, with JV this offseason, I worked on knowing my body, knowing the swing, knowing where I'm at. You know what I mean? Being more relaxed at the plate. So right now it's just a matter of the mindset. You know what I mean? Just have a good mindset going up to the plate. Just having the confidence to know what I'm doing at the plate. You know what I mean? And that's about it.
Yeah. Are you? You mentioned Justin. Are you doing any work with Dustin?
Justin.
You doing anything with Dustin Lynn at all, or just work with Justin?
I work with Justin only.
Okay.
Dustin came early January for the camp, and that's when we started working all together. I worked a little bit with JD Crawford. I was hitting with them in the offseason. Who else? Conforto.
Yeah.
With him for a little bit too. Great guys. Yeah.
Yeah. So are you excited to watch the World Baseball Classic with Puerto Rico?
Oh yeah, my brother is playing over there.
Oh, your brother's playing.
I need to watch it. Yeah.
Did you have a chance to maybe play for them and just?
No, I decided to stay here.
Work on
my stuff, work on myself. Yeah, I haven't been. I know last year wasn't the best year for me, so I kind of wanted to get my feet under me. You know what I mean, and just feel better about myself here.
Yeah. So. Go ahead, Ray.
I was going to say that, that's awesome. And speaking of last year, one thing that especially all the fans point to is you came up and those two hits you had
third game against San Diego.
Yeah, against San Diego, and everything was like 110 miles an hour, like crazy hit. That's what everyone points to is the velocity off the bat. Do you know the highest velocity you've hit a ball?
Yeah, it was the other day in Chicago Cubs, the first game.
Yeah,
I had 115 down the line.
115.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the first one, yeah.
Yeah. Now, when you came up, you were drafted, I think, as 16, 17-year-old? 17, first round pick, and you were kind of known as a guy that's a 4 to 5 tool player, which, strong arm, bat speed, power,
Sweet shoes,
swing, everything. What would you say is in your opinion, is your greatest tool that you possess?
Power, honestly.
Power,
and I can move a little bit. I can run.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, I can make some damage in the base.
Do you have goals at all, like someday to be like a 30-30 guy?
Yeah, for sure. This year, my plan is to steal 20. I want to steal 20 bags. Because I got into 15, but last year I didn't steal that many. But this year I want to steal like 20 and just stay on that path, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like at least steal 20 every year.
Okay, how weird are the big bases? Does that change it?
Not that bad, honestly. Nah, it's kind of like easier to cut them because you can because you got kind of like more room to step on the base.
Sure.
At the beginning, it was a little weird because they were like more flat than the
Okay.
But now it's easier. Like you get used to
Is it softer, the bag, or is it still firm?
It's firm. It's just like flatter. Like you know how the ones before had like a little, like,
hump in the middle, right?
So these ones are more flat.
Yeah, those ones with the old ones too. The hump.
2-1. The first pitch looked like a strike, but
in the middle of it, you can.
probably this
You can break your leg.
Yeah.
Robo
You
gave him a ball.
originally baseball came
outside
up
3-1.
like a.
He's in danger of walking the second guy.
Yeah, like a pillow.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Memory foam.
Yeah, would that be better if it was?
Don't walk him, Harrison.
I don't think so. I mean, I think when you try to step on the bag, you get stuck in it.
Oh,
so I
yeah,
think these ones are good because it's like like rubber, right?
Yeah.
So it's easier to just step on it and just keep going.
Okay. So
Triple.
Oh,
Thin air.
Why do you think the pitch clock?
Salt Lake. They're playing in Salt Lake.
Easier for you guys, or?
I don't really know. I have to see how the season goes on. Now everybody. The other day I was at the plate, and the pitcher was kind of playing with it.
Matos would have had that.
Like 3 seconds to pitch.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, like I'm just gonna stay here forever waiting. You know what I mean?
Bad
But
defense.
it's a little
My
tricky.
opinion.
We have to see as the season goes on. We have to see
Oh,
how it
run comes across.
yeah.
I haven't seen the lineup today. Are you in the lineup?
Yeah, I'm coming in second half for
Second.
Scotty. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you'd be out in left or right field?
Left.
Left. Okay.
Yeah.
Already came
I know
across.
I've asked this before. You love center too, don't
I
you?
love center.
Oh,
Yeah.
no show.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
love right field. I love right field too because it's easier to throw.
Unless it's
You don't have
it's
to,
way
like,
off.
the mount in the middle or nothing like that.
What about? Is it kind of? Are you already kind of used to
Down the
layout
line,
of
a
the right
double.
field at Oracle? Because I know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
It
There
ain't.
we go.
I mean, you have to let the ball do whatever it's gonna do. You know what I mean?
We'll listen to Elliot
Like,
Ramos
if I
because
was like somewhere weird, like I will have to play it off, like and try to like make a good play. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
when you were drafted and then coming up through the Giant system in low A and then moving up all the way up through, a lot of people, you heard comparisons, I'm sure, to Willie Mays, right?
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, because you kind of have a similar yeah, not too fair. Yeah, how did that affect you? Was that like I'm sure it was flattering, but did it put any pressure on you to feel like you had to perform?
Not really. I mean, we're way two completely different players. I think Willie Mays is a legend. Willie Mays is Willie Mays, and obviously, like I'm playing in a different era too. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like it feels nice to be compared to a legend for sure, but I got my feet on the ground, and I think I can do a pretty good job, but we have to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is there anything in particular? I know you changed your swing a little bit, but that you're working on this spring as far as what you're looking for?
Plus, mostly my back leg. A lot of times I don't rotate my back leg too much, and it's because my front leg, my stride is too long. So whenever, like, if I keep it short, it's easy for me to rotate. You know what I mean? If I don't keep it short, and I'm not
Comments.
in a position, like my leg won't rotate and I just keep dragging it instead of like actually like using my backside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the most I'm working on because I'm seeing every pitch good, the slider, fastballs, like everything. I'm seeing the pitch good, and I feel good. I feel comfortable at the plate. But it's just that like I have to give myself a chance by like rotating better. You know what I mean? My back leg, my back leg.
Now, how exciting was it for you? For a few days when the Giants signed fellow Puerto Rican Carlos Correa, was that something that was you were pretty excited to be like, hey, got a brother from your country?
I've never really met him, but I definitely wanted to meet him. I heard a lot of good things about him. I heard like he's like JB said, he's a baseball rat. Like, and I love that. I love talking baseball. I love like learning. I listen to anybody that has like something to say about baseball. You know what I mean? I talk with Bebo Perez, with Roberto. I always talk all the time about baseball, and he tells me like, 9 years in big league, right? Like, can't beat that. I have to like listen to everything he has to say. So yeah, I definitely wanted to meet Correa and just see what he got to offer for sure.
Yeah. So anything else you got, Rye? Or?
I think that's about it, dude. Thank you for giving us this much time.
No, awesome.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Elliot. All right. Good luck.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Elliot Ramos there.
Senior. Well, maybe Harrison isn't ready. Oh boy.
All right, play
So
at the
did he
plate.
ever-
2-1. Dodgers just score on a sac fly in the bottom of the first. Pirates lead 2-1. Only one out as the Dodgers got their first two runners on. Now Max Muncy's coming to the plate. Yikes, Muncy.
So, Senior saying, well, maybe Harrison isn't ready. I guess he's hit a batter. He's walked. He's given up a double, two doubles, right? No, a triple and a double. I don't know.
Oh, maybe if you get maybe if you get a guy that's hey, maybe if some star players available and they want Harrison, maybe you consider it. Not all these guys come up and
make it, yeah.
Not just because he's the long-awaited guy. Like we went through this exercise a little over a month ago. We showed you all the guys from 2009 that were drafted all the way up to 20 through 22, 23, and look like who's made it.
So here's a question. You saw when he was pitching, you see how he flings his arm out after he delivers? That seems like he's like just winging it. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's no nice follow through when he's pitching. He just kind of whips his arm back up after he pitches.
Yeah. It's kind of
I don't know. You could watch that. I don't know if you already turned it off, but it just looks like he just flings his arm up after he delivers. There's no follow through, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I turned it off. I'll have to check it out. But anyway, what else we got here? Let's see if we get through this. There's not that. Let's see if he gets through this. No, not that. Dan. Oh, yeah. I'm looking at the chats here. MF says Mason Black is the best pitcher in Giants system. It's not even close. MF, how do you know that? Are you on the inside? Are you incognito? Really not MF? I want, it's
Harrison is young compared to some of these other pitchers. The other pitcher that are doing well, like in their mid-20s.
Black's like 23, isn't he?
No, I think he's 24.
Is he really?
Yeah, both him and Wisenhunt, I think, are 24.
Yeah, Harrison was drafted out of high school.
Yeah.
We'll see how he does in the futures game.
He got lit up last year. Remember that?
Yeah, he did.
Wisenhunt's 22? Okay. Oh, yeah, Wisenhunt's 22. Yeah. Mason Black and Roop. That was the guy I was thinking of. Both of those guys are 24.
Oh, JD Martinez. Dodgers seem to resurrect these guys. Like Albert Pujols comes over and just starts raking when he gets to the Dodgers.
JD was still decent. I mean,
I thought that was a good signing.
Yeah, it was. He's a hell of a right-handed bat.
Okay, Dodgers, he strikes out, and it's 2-1 after one inning of play in LA. So we'll have to check that out. Hopefully the Dodgers don't win that game. I think that's it. Let's wrap it up.
Yep, let's wrap it up.
What do we got here for wrap up? We can do a quick little summary. Today, the Giants played like.
Oh, why when you did that, I was getting ready to start some music.
The Giants, their last game in New York was a circus show. Hey, I actually had this fly. I had this fly in my house earlier today, and I actually texted you, Eric, and I said, how many people that are watching the show now that when they see a fly in their house, they think of Chardol? I mean, do you when you see a fly in your house buzzing around, are you thinking of Chardol? That's how big Chardol has gotten.
For me personally, no, I don't think of Chardol when I.
You don't go after. I'm gonna get that.
All I know, as I'm telling you, at the end of the month, I'm telling you, he's coming. He's coming to LA.
Ohtani.
I'm telling you, the big righty that hits from the left. Giants fans are going to be depressed.
Wow. And but you know who's coming to the Bay?
Who's coming to the Bay?
Giants are going to sign off waivers Nelson Cruz.
I give that a.
And Farhan is going to trade. He thought he was getting Jack Zapucky, but he got Jack was Pucky. So he got the wrong guy.
And Harrison today.
No show tonight.
No show tonight. Not by a long shot. Oh my gosh.
So we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully we can have a little bit of some Giants need to hit some balls out of the park and have some big explosions. Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. I don't hear it.
I don't hear it. It didn't work.
What happened?
Did you pull that?
No, I didn't do that.
Dang.
Oh my God, that was so
You gotta, oh man, always warn me.
That one.
It didn't go off. It was like a dud. I hit it. And then I pulled them out.
Oh my God.
Put my earphones back in and dang, it went off. And
yeah. Oh, brother.
Ooh, that hurt. Oh man, I'm gonna be deaf now. Did you do it? Did you hit that?
That one I hit.
Okay. Man, my ears buzzing here, the right one. Dang it. Woo. No more. Give me a warning on those because
yeah, I'll make sure not.
It hurts.
That was what you did yourself. That was self-inflicted.
Well, I hit it and it didn't go off. So I said, well, put it back on. And it's like,
Yeah, I was scrolling down to see what's going on. All of a sudden, boom!
Yeah, Mark Graves, long fuse, man. On the 4th of July, exactly.
Oh,
All right,
man.
I'm
what a
gonna
way to close
we're
this
gonna we're
out,
gonna
man.
go out with a bang here. 4th of July. I'm gonna blast
Ah.
these. Here we go. I'm gonna put these earplugs and turn the part onto the outside so it doesn't go in my ear. All right,
Ah.
everybody. It's a big 4th of July.
Fucking crying over here.
Thanks for joining, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night. It's gonna be a 6 early game tomorrow night, right?
Is it going to be in the twilight?
I think
The
it's like a
shadows?
6 o'clock game. Let me see if I can get to the schedule here. Tell you what time we'll be back tomorrow. 6:05, yeah. We'll join you tomorrow night. About 8:45,
Tomorrow night
9
sounds
o'clock
good.
tomorrow night. Till then, everybody have a great 4th of July.
Absolutely. Enjoy
Stay
that
safe
barbecue.
out there.
Enjoy those ribs, Senior.
Stay safe. God bless America. Have a good one, everybody.